Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Najelaa Zaira Hakim. I'm from 8.2 and my attendance number is 22. The state of the world. If your view of the world comes from watching the news and reading newspaper, you could be forgiven for lying awake at night worrying about the future. Apparently, rising violence and population rates mean humans are both killing each other in ever large number and being born at rate the world research can sustain. To make matters worse, all the wealth is concentrated on a handful of people in the world richer countries. People in low-income countries live in poverty while the West gets richer. Depressing, isn't it? Let's take global population first. It's around 7 billion now, in line with figure predicted by the UN in 1958. By the year 2100, the same experts predict it will be around 11 billion. But did you know that 11 billion is probably as high that number will get? The rate of increase will slow down in the second half of the country thanks to falling birth rate today. In the last two countries, improvement in technology and health mean fewer children died young, fueling rapid population growth. Thus, large families produce even more children who survive in adulthood and had their own children, but with a wider availability of contraception in the 1960s. The global average number of babies per woman has declined from 6 babies per woman to as low as 2. The biggest factor in child mortality is poverty. And while it's still true that only 20% of world takes about 74% of the world income, 60% of the world now falls into a middle income group, with 11.6%, the smallest amount of people in history, still living in conditions of extreme poverty. And the majority of the world people have money. International aid could realistically achieve the UN target of eradicating poverty by 2030. As poverty goes down, life expectancy goes up, birth rate go down because parents can expect their exciting children to survive, and global population stable. As for news stories that make us think the world is increasingly violent planes, there is cause for some optimism too. Between the end of World War II and 1990, there were 30 wars that killed more than 100,000 people. Today, there are still civil wars, but countries are mostly coexisting more peacefully than in the past. However, terrorism has shot up in the last few years, and since World War II, wars have killed many more civilians than solidarity. Even for civilians, the statistics are not all bad, although that are 9 times more likely to be a result of violent crime than political conflict. The global murder rate fell stingingly from 8 per 100,000 people in 2000 to about 5.3 in 2050. Of course, none of this means the world is perfect, but whether you personally are affected by war and poverty is often done of the lottery of the world of where you born. Also, we still face a problem of our own making, particularly environmental ones like global warming, and wild and natural resources need to be distributed more fairly. But not all the news is bad news, whatever the television and newspaper may say. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.